camper. Whether you're an expert or an amateur or even a rookie camper, this speech is sure to be amusing to say the least. Sharing with us today the camping trip from you know where. Please join me in welcoming Starla Espinoza.
All right, people. I know that it's been extremely warm for these past couple days, and the rest of the week is expected to be in the 70s. What does that mean? That means that camping season is on the horizon, unless you're an extremist. Today, I plan to share with you the first, the only, and the last camping trip my family has ever taken. I also plan to include some tips for rookie campers for mistakes that they might want to avoid to help them not repeat the mistakes that we made as my family. The camping trip from you know where starts here right now. It was August of 2004, and the camping, well, let me start over. It was August of 2004, and summer vacation was coming to an end. The first week of school would be starting soon, so it was the final weekend, and my family and I wanted to do something interesting and different and unique, to say the least, to close the summer out with a bang. Not only that, but it was my sister-in-law's birthday weekend, so we definitely wanted to make it fun and make it count. I'm not sure whose idea it was. It might have even been mine. Before I knew it, I was online looking up Camp Richardson and how to get there. Camp Richardson is at least a campsite, so I knew that we wouldn't just be literally roughing it. The day came to go camping. Let me give you a rundown of my family first. There was me, my husband, our 3 daughters, my sister-in-law, her boyfriend, and his son. That's 8 people. We knew that we would need 2 vehicles. Fine. There was a minivan. Seat 7 people. That's okay. I know I don't look like I drive a minivan, but this was when my youngest child was 7. She's 12 now. This was when she was probably 5, and she's 12 now. So that was about 7 years ago. Then we had another vehicle. My husband's 2000 luxury Lincoln Town Car sitting on 20-inch rims and white wall tires. This was going to be so much fun. This is exactly the type of vehicle you expect to see pulling up to a campsite, right? What the heck? The Espinozas were going camping. We arrived at Camp Richardson around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The campsite was pretty nice. It was serene, and I noticed there were fire pits, and there was at least 1 bench, and we found the perfect spot. Not long after you drive onto the entrance, there was the spot, so we chose it. Bam, there we go. The first thing we did was start unloading our food, and then we began to pitch our tent. Before you knew it, I saw a truck approaching the campsite, and I thought, oh, how nice. The ranger's coming to welcome us to Camp Richardson and probably give us a rundown of the rules and things like that, what to expect if there's going to be bears or coyotes, whatever. Not quite. He wanted to see our site tag and our parking permit. Excuse me? We're camped? What? Apparently, you must register, and you probably would want to reserve a spot. Anyways, my husband had to jump into his luxury town car, sitting on white wall tires, and drive to some RV kiosk where we needed to check in. Would you believe that it cost money to get site tagged? Really? Now that we got that out of the way, we were lucky because no one reserved our spot. So we didn't have to, I could imagine if we would have had to load everything back onto the cars, ran into luxury town car, and drive through the camping site on white walls. May it never be. That was an embarrassing bullet that we dodged. Thank you. Next, it was time to prepare for dinner. It started to get dark a little bit, and it took us a while to pitch that tent, even though we had a 3-room tent. And we've used it a few times sometimes in our backyard. We still couldn't figure out really how to pitch it on a campsite, so eventually we did that. As we began to prepare for dinner, though, I noticed it seemed like it was getting darker than you would normally expect. And before I knew it, it was dang near pitch black out there. We had already at least started a fire in the fire ring, but before I knew it, other than the light from the fire, you could hardly see anything. We knew just what to do. My sister-in-law and I hopped in the minivan along with the kids and drove to the nearest Kmart. Tip number 2 for rookie campers, you're going to need some decent lighting. I suggest a couple flashlights for each person as well as some lanterns. Once we made it back to the campsite, we're good to go. We got some dinner in us, and it was time to get some rest and go to sleep. That brings me to tip number 3 for the rookies. Guess what? It's cold, and you need blow-up mattresses. That's all I have to say. Blow-up mattresses, and possibly even individual sleeping bags for everyone. We had some blankets and pillows, you know, like we were going to go on a sleepover or something. Some blankets and pillows. One sleeping bag, and we kind of wanted to fight over that. We thought about going to a hotel, but we toughed it out. We made it through the morning, and before you know it, the sun started to rise. It started to warm up a little. We couldn't wait. We impatiently threw everything in the vehicles, and we did what every rookie camper would have done. We had breakfast at McDonald's, and we spent the rest of the day at Post Beach. In summary, rookie campers, number 1, you will need to register and check in. You can only have 6 campers per site. You can only have 2 tents in 1 vehicle. So we already violated 2 out of 3 rules. Tip number 2, lights, and lots of them. Lanterns, flashlights, you name it, you need it. And number 3, blow-up mattresses, and I would probably suggest a gas-powered space heater of some sort, or a space blanket. Apparently they have those, and those do a very nice job of keeping you warm. Campers, thank you.